Hey guys, I gotta be honest. I think my hairline looks unnatural. I see my hairline every day and I could pick out that I've had hair transplants. To me, it's pretty obvious. To the average person, I don't think that it's obvious at all. I'm actually 100% sure that it's not obvious to the average person because I did a video a few years ago when my hairline was actually even less natural looking than it is now, where I paid people to try and guess what kind of cosmetic surgery I'd had done.
Yeah, this is me like,
and only one out of like 20 people on the street guessed that I'd had a hair transplant.
hair transplant. Oh, that's good. You're the first person to guess it.
I've never had anyone in the sense that the average person would be able to pick it out on dates and things like that. I've never had one person ever guess that I had a hair transplant. But straight up, I think that it's not natural. And when I look at people like my brothers, Paul and Mark, that have never had a hair transplant, I can just see that their hairline is just like fine and wispy, you know, and mine is like very strong. I think it can be picked out by someone who kind of knows what they're looking for. So I wanted to show you that today and see if you can kind of zoom in and see my unnatural hairline. I wanted to show you guys because you might be looking into getting a hair transplant, and I want you to know that this is something that you can likely expect. I mean, you can of course spend a ton of money and try and like get more nape hair put there in the hairline and just try and make it more fine and thin and as natural as possible, but is that money that you really want to spend? I mean, I guess if you have unlimited money and you just like really care about it, then I probably could make it look a little bit more natural by getting unsafe zone hair, you know, from the back of my nape and things like that and putting it there and trying to really just make it look super natural. One of my advantages, which is also a disadvantage from a natural standpoint, is that I do have very strong, ropey donor hair. And so that makes my hair transplant turn out quite good, but it makes my hairline when that hair is used look a little bit less natural. So now I'm gonna switch and Steve is actually taking the video. I'm gonna show his hairline and show how his actually looks more natural because he has worse donor hair.
So I'm gonna say that David's absolutely out of his mind. His hair looks phenomenal, no matter what he tells you, and I wish I had his hair.
So Steve has some powder here. You can see right here, these little hairs. Do you see Steve's hair? It looks incredibly natural, like to the point that there's no way I could pick out that this was ever a transplant right here, because he's got these fine wispy hairs going through his hairline right there. On the downside, Steve's hair is not as strong, and so maybe overall his hair doesn't look as good as mine. I mean, now he uses powder and it looks great, but his actual hairline is like more natural looking, I think.
It's really what you're looking for. Now, obviously, like people have, you know, women, this is toward women mainly, but women that have curly hair, they want to straighten their hair. Women that have straight hair, they want to curl their hair. You know, here I am sitting here with some really fine hairs in the front that is nobody's fault, and I want to have David's hair. And David here is sitting here telling you that he doesn't like his hairline because he thinks it might be somewhat unnatural, and he likes mine better. So
okay, but the thing is, I actually do like my hairline. Like I love my hairline actually.
Yeah.
I completely love it. It's just that I don't think that it looks totally natural, but it doesn't bother me.
So think about it this way, right? I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but like natural is Mother Nature kind of receding your hairline and thinning your hair in the front as you get older. I even talk about that with guys that go through puberty and they become like 21, 22, and then they're now getting a mature hairline. They don't have like male pattern hair loss. They just have like a mature hairline. So that's what happens. Like the frontal area will start to thin a little. They don't look like they're going bald. They don't have to worry about anything, maybe get on that medicine, but other than that, they don't need a hair transplant. That's natural.
So it kind of comes down to like what you like.
I think it depends on, you know, what you're looking for. All my friends in New Jersey were all Italian. Some of them were like Greek and stuff like that, and they had phenomenal hair. So I thought that if I get a hair transplant, because I'm losing my hair, I'm gonna get their kind of hair. I don't have their donor hair. I don't have David's donor hair. So my hair, yes, it's a little bit more on the thinner, finer side in the very frontal edge, and they're all single-haired follicular units like David's is, but his follicular units are like 3 times the size of mine. They're like 3 times the caliber. They're also darker, and he has light skin. So when he looks at his hairline, he sees it jump out. I don't see mine jump out that much. So I think that's what we're talking about in regards to naturalness.